Watch TV, promoting sustainable development.
Good evening to you all. It is on this show that we sit to address issues that hinders our development as youth. Remember, it's all about you. We started a series on youth and leadership. And as you know, politics cannot be left out. So tonight, our focus is going to be youth leadership in politics. I have here with me two great men whom I'll be introducing to you very shortly. But before then, I'd like to urge you to please subscribe to our YouTube page at Watch TV channel for more content, and also follow us on all our social media platforms, that is Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and then TikTok at Watch TV channel. I have here with me the president of TEAN CTU chapter, and he's also a member of NDC communications team in the person of Mr. Nat Ando. Nat, you are welcome.
Kukua, thank you.
And also I have here Mr. Samuel 𝐾𝐨𝐿. He is TESCON president CTU chapter. Sammy, you are welcome to the Youth
Thank you
Avenue.
very much.
It's an honor to have such great men here with me tonight.
Sure, we are also happy to be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so to get into it, as you know, we are going to look at youth leadership in politics. Okay, are there any challenges that youth face when they get into politics? And then what opportunities lay ahead for us? And so to get it rolling, Nat, would you do us the honor of telling us a little bit about TEAN?
Kukua, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Let me say good evening to you.
Good evening.
And good evening to my senior brother here. Kukua, TEAN is an abbreviation for Tertiary Educational Institution Network of NDC.
Okay.
It's the black box of the intellectual wing for the party. We groom and mentor people, not only on political lines, but we groom young people to be the leaders that they aspire to be.
Okay.
Okay, so I think that's something small
About
the institution.
Right. Okay. Sammy.
Yeah. So when you talk of TESCON is Tertiary Student Confederacy of the New Patriotic Party.
Okay.
When you go across all the tertiary institutions, we have been established over there, and we are 23 years since its establishment. So TESCON is the intellectual eye of the party, and you know there is a saying that MPP are book long. So being a TESCON star or starting from TESCON, it mentors you or give you more opportunity as you compete and then take the mainstream. So we have a lot of young appointees in this current government, which of course they all started from TESCON, being the intellectual eye of the party. Sure.
Okay. Okay, so now knowing that we have NDC and then NPP here, let's say we are not going to do what NDC and NPP does when they meet.
Sure.
So we're just going to talk about youth leadership, okay, and the opportunities that we have there in the political section.
All right.
Sure.
Okay. Nat, can you please tell us a bit about your personal experience as being a young leader growing up, and then what inspired you to pick up positions?
All right, thank you very much, Kukua. Kukua, in simple terms, leadership means service to your people or service to the people.
Yeah.
I love to serve people and I have that passion to lead. So I started from the infancy back in KG2, being a class captain, being the head boy.
Okay.
And also at the secondary school, being the entertainment prefect. When I came to tertiary 2, I joined the TEAN, the NDC TEAN. At the level 100, I served on so many committees. I became the vice president at the level 200, and now I'm the president. And also a member of the NDC communication team for Western region. But as time goes on, and I'm growing in this country, the narrative changed from just having the passion and the love for serving your people. Because we are in a country whereby if you are sick, let's say malaria, then you go to hospital, you get one free disease called no bed syndrome. It means when you are sick, then you go to hospital, you will not get bed to sleep on when you are admitted. We are in a country whereby about 5,400 basic schools are under trees.
Still.
According to Africa Education Watch, we are in a country whereby 1 million of our brothers and sisters at the KG, the primary school, and the GHS sit on the floor or sleep on the floor to learn. Okay, we are in a country whereby majority of us cannot afford 3 square meal in a day. So the narrative will change definitely from just having the passion, the love to lead, but we have to change certain narratives and the destiny.
Okay.
So these are some of the things that inspires me to come into leadership. How or what can I also do to change this narrative or the direction that the country is heading towards? So these are some of the inspirations. That's why I'm into politics.
Okay.
We want to change certain things. We want to make Ghana a better place for all of us.
Okay.
That we will not have a situation whereby even having access to good drinking water will be a privilege or something. Young person will not go and pay bribe before he or she will get job after school. Okay, so these are some of the reasons why I'm into politics or I'm into leadership.
Okay.
We want to change certain things.
All right. Yeah. Okay, Sammy, let's hear from
you. Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Growing up, at my infancy, as my brother said, I started as a class prefect. Then primary, I was a boys SP. Then JHS too. But for the secondary school, I think at my department, I did agricultural science, so I was in charge of our department. That is when you come to the practical aspect. You know, I remember one day after church service, it was raining. Then my father, elder brother, asked me, "What do you want to become in the future?" And I told him I want to become president in the future. I said, "Okay, that's good. You need to inspire, aim high so that you can also achieve that."
Okay.
And the person I was named after was a professor. He's late, and he also, the name inspires me because you've been named after a professor, so that means you need to. And getting to know more about him, he served on, or he became a leader that did or play his role to also transform most of the youth. So at my infancy, my father was a polling station chairman. So I remember in 2004, when after the run of President Kufuor won in my small village, then we were all jubilating, and so that is all. It's how we started into politics. So after secondary school, I joined the mainstream. That was around 2016, and we started doing campaign and all other things. So when I came into tertiary at level 100, I was an active member of the SCOM. Then I became communications director, organizer, secretary, then now president. Because
you tasted all the roles.
Yes, because I believe in servicing your people. One thing, or most of the times, you realize that people we elect or we choose to leaders. After electing them or after choosing them, they expect we that chose them to serve them, but rather leadership is all about servicing the people. So me being into politics or playing an active role gave me the opportunity to serve my people. At least the little we can do at our youthful age, or we being students, the little we can do to support those that related us. We are doing our part, and every day, now and then, we keep learning a whole lot of things that keep motivating us to also take leadership role. So maybe in the future, as I said in my infancy, I want to become a president. Maybe one day it will come to pass, and
Amen.
also achieve my aim of serving my people.
Sure, that's great. Okay, Sammy, so what's your impression, okay, on the role that youth leadership plays in developing a nation, or let's say in the political landscape?
Yeah. I always tell people about if you want to enter into politics as a youth, if your aim is about me going into politics to achieve or to get more money or to become rich in the shortest possible time, you end up being involved in all sort of scandals or corruption for you to end up being in jail or what. But if you have genuine heart to serve your people, or you enter into politics with no notion that, oh, in the shortest possible time I need to amass wealth for myself. So I tell my people, or people that I meet every day, that growing, or when you venture into politics and you learn a lot. Let's take for instance, let's look at Samuel Uku. Very nice gentleman, which of course, the way he has carried himself, because he took his time to learn the politics. So whatever that he touches becomes success. So he's one of the people that keep inspiring me. They are the people that I learn from, because they all started from the student front, leading TESCON, and now look at the position he has rise to. So these are the people who keep inspiring us. And I always tell my people, politics is not about the negative aspect that we do normally here. By then, if you enter politics genuinely, for instance, I've benefited more from TESCO because after completing school, my parents have one or two difficulties. So due to that, there were no job for them. So
that was after senior high.
After senior high school. So I have to struggle to find my way out. So me venturing into politics, then the people I was able to meet that are mentoring me now give me a whole lot of opportunity. At least I haven't gotten to where I want to be, but at least that has given me an opportunity to, or a stepping stone to move from one step to the other. So politics have the positive aspect, but you as an individual, you must always work towards the positive aspect of it, so that you wouldn't be in the bad aspect that people will always be talking bad about you. So as a youth, venture into politics, have the aim that you want to serve your people with a genuine heart, and through that you rise to the top.
Nat, anything to add to that?
We the youth, we have the innovation idea. We are innovative. We are creative. We think outside the box. So playing a role in politics is inevitable, to help build the nation that we all want. And if you look at our population, the chunk of the population is the youth, and we will need a proper representation. All the decision, if all these years, you can do your research. Each and every political party manifesto is all about the youth. So we the youth, we cannot sit aloof by not partaking in politics. we need to get involved. We need to let the people in authority know our aspirations, our needs, desires. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And also help to build the nation with that innovative mind, the creative mind that we have. So I think these are some of the things that we will bring on board, or youth should bring on board in the course of building the nation. Sure.
All right, so then, Nas, how important is it for young people now to get into, politics and then pick up leadership roles in order to drive change in our immediate society or in our campuses and all that?
All right. So as I was saying, or as I just said, that we constitute huge chunk of the population in the community or in the society. Okay, so we cannot sit aloof by not partaking to take a decision that will help ourselves. Do you understand? Politics, what does it mean? In simple terms, or in our local dialect, we say amanyosem, which means building a nation. So as young, energetic person as we are, as innovative people as we are, as enthusiastic people as we are, why can't we help build our nation with this all energy? If politics is about building a nation. So it is so important for young people to do politics. Not for somebody, but for ourselves.
And not for the money aspect.
Exactly. You see, one thing or one price that one will pay for staying aloof, for not partaking in politics, is end up being ruled by your inferior. Okay? End up being ruled by your inferior. Now, we all know the topic in town, LGBT. Q+. So, assuming these advocates, the LGBT advocates, the LGBT enthusiasts are at the forefront of our political body or landscape, what do you think is going to happen? We will legalize it. And as a religious country as Ghana, what will happen? Have you seen it? So politics is not a choice. It's a responsibility. It is you and I, our responsibility to partake in politics, to build that nation that we all want. As I said earlier, that as a country we are facing so many challenges. If you and I does not stand up and go front or partake to change certain things, who is going to do it for us? Nobody. So we have to do it ourselves. And we can only do that by partaking in politics, taking leadership roles. So I will encourage each and every young person out there, you, myself, my brother here, not to give up or not to just stay away and say politics is for this people. No. We have only one Ghana. Our matter, our life, our future, our job opportunity matters. We have to get involved, not only by queuing in the sun or rain to go and vote, by taking up a leadership roles, taking up portfolios to cause change, to help build that nation that we all want. Thank you.
All right. 𝐶𝐸, what specific examples can you share that highlight some of the positive impacts that youth leaderships have brought about on our national development?
Let me use Samuel Cool. You see, when he came to, or before he was appointed to NLA, most people didn't have much knowledge or didn't know more about, even though they know say lottery is there. By then, when he came, look at the good courses that he's touching on. He's building schools as part of their good courses. They are supporting hospitals. giving scholarship, a whole lot of things. They are sponsoring peoples. So as a youth, me seeing such a person, learning a lot from his political career inspires me more, because we mostly, especially we the Christians, have some notion that politics is an evil thing, or when you do, or you are a youth and you go into politics, you are not going to make it to heaven. That is how we began. But when I started at active politics, then my people, most of my people got to know that, oh, the kind of notion we have about politics, that is not how it is. Just look at somebody like 𝐘𝐨𝐿 Nkrumah. Such a person, such a young man, when he comes on radio, he's speaking, or you see him on television, how he carries himself, like the kind of things that they've been able to do to impart to the society. These people encourages we the youth, or we are to learn a lot from them, because you wouldn't hear much of them, or when you read much about them, how they started their life, how they ventured into politics, how they've been able to carry themselves along. It tells you politics is not an evil thing or a dirty game that people used to perceive. So as youth, I will encourage them to, let's learn the positive aspect of these people, these young people. When you go to our opponent side, the NDC, we have a lot of brilliant people, Muntaka, Haruna Idrisu. All these are honorable people that we need to learn from, because when they are on the floor speaking, or when you meet them outside, you see how they carry themselves. Always, you should let the positive side of it be more of than the negative aspect, because if you decide to, because they've been saying when you are into politics, you do ABC, so because of that, I'm going to learn the bad aspect of it and leave the positive. No. As a youth, when you are venturing into politics, let's look at the things that these people have been able to to make, or that they've touched, that has been that has been beneficial to the nation. So that is what we have to look at.
Okay, Nat, anything to add up?
The question again.
Okay, so I mean, if you can share some examples that highlights the impact, the positive impact that young leaders have brought up, and all of that.
Kukwa, am I right?
Yes, Kukwa.
A lot. Okay. Now, if you look at the crop of MPs that we have, let me speak more about the NDC MPs in Parliament now. The likes of Samuel Kujito Ablakwa, Honorable. The likes of Honorable Sam George. Early 30s, but looking at the impact. Honorable Sam George being able to stand, to fight for our values. For us to ban this LGBTQ+. It's a plus. It tells you young, enthusiastic people can do something better. Looking at the marvelous job that Honorable Kujito Ablakwa is doing, exposing, exercising his oversight responsibility. We all know the exposes that is happening. But we have so many old men in the chamber, but I don't think. You see, for now, I would say, I'm not saying they are not doing well, but the work that Honorable Kujito Ablakwa is doing is marvelous. And look, he was one of the young people that Professor Mills appointed him as a minister, a deputy minister, and he became MP. So the impact is clear. The young people in political front today, they are doing well. My friend or my brother just mentioned Honorable Samuel Uku and others. Okay, looking at my mentor, 𝐍𝐚𝐭𝐡 lawyer 𝐍𝐚𝐭𝐡, and all. He's doing marvelously well into national development. Okay, so youth are performing. Youth in political leadership, they are doing well. And it's my vision to see Ghana having early 40s president. I want to experience that. And I think there will be a positive change, and then there will be a positive impact on the country, because we have a precedent. The young MPs, they have given us a precedent that if a young person is the president of Ghana today, we will see a positive things in the country.
Okay, Nat, so on you, are there specific, now you're going to our campuses, so are there specific policies or legislations that young leaders have successfully advocated for on our campuses?
Yeah, sure. Just recently, there's an increment in national service allowance from 559 to 715.
We are yet to see that, because we've even not gotten from the, they are owing us for like 2 months now. Exactly. I'm also a service personnel, so let me talk for us here.
Sure. So these are all some of the advocates that student leaders has been leading, and we are seeing the effect. So if you ask, we have a clear example to pinpoint, and there are many others. Just last year, the NUKS Secretariat paid a courtesy call on the president, and they told him to invest in the basic school infrastructure, because there's a huge deficit, as I made mention earlier when we started the conversation, that we're having about 5,400 infrastructure deficit at the basic school. So we student leaders are doing what we can, and the impact too, we are seeing some, and others too. So we are on it. We just have an increment in the national service allowance, of which we
will not say it has come yet until we receive it in our hands. I mean, usually we hear stuff, and then it takes forever for it to really get into the hands of the people.
We are hoping that it will take effect, and I'm not sure that, even though this government, we all know, we are not here to do politics, but we all know that
let's
they are good at that, but we are hoping so that the increment will reflect on the allowance.
All right, Sammy, do you want to add something to that?
Yes, recently, or when COVID came, there was school fees increment, which of course, through the leadership of the various youth on various campuses, they were able to negotiate with the government to spread, because after COVID there was a whole lot of hardship in the system, so increasing school fees too became a problem. So due to the youth or the various students on our various campuses, we were able to come together as one group, and our leaders were able to fight for us with the students to negotiate on our behalf. So these are some of the impact that the student leadership are making, because the leaders are able to organize programs, because somebody coming from afar, he coming to the university, all that he knows is all about book. But the leaders on campus are able to organize some mentorship programs, some forum and other things that are able to educate us more aside the classroom life. So there's been a lot of impact as leaders on campuses to also serve our people, or to put more capacity on our youth.
Okay, Sammy, so as young as we are, how can we bring fresh ideas and our fresh energy to address societal challenges?
I think we can do so when we as youth, due to certain thing or pattern in the system, if we the youth don't realize those things and then change our mindset and attitude, we will also end up following what the previous or our successor has been doing. Especially, let me take
Can
for
we cite
instance.
examples? Yes.
Let me take for example, as a youth, I'm now completing. I will be looking for a job, and the system has been in a way that you enters into somebody's office or even civil servant. He's there, he's being employed, and he's being paid at the end of the month to render service to clients. But you enter into the office, what he's supposed to do, if you don't give an envelope to that particular person attending to you, that person, he or she will end up delaying what he's supposed to, or the service he or she is supposed to render to you. For instance, going to look for a job. Now, most youths are paying money. I wouldn't say because my party is in power, so it has been happening.
Yeah.
Youths are looking for a job, and
We are not getting.
we are not getting.
Yeah.
Oh, this government has created more jobs, so don't let us go there.
We are not here to do that.
Please.
Yes,
Okay.
we are-
Thank you.
Youths are looking for youths are looking for job, and before you get that opportunity, those in authority are taking money from us.
Sure, your people.
So when I grow up and also
That's
get into that position, do you expect me, since I've also paid for it, once I get the position, people are also looking for a job, I'll also make sure whatever that I lost before me getting to where I am here.
But that is the problem. I think if somebody does something to you that you are not happy about, you don't have to do it to somebody else, because
Yes.
the whole thing is you are trying to
Yes.
change that narrative.
Yes.
So why
that,
should you
that
repeat
comes
that?
in, we as a youth, one, we should be disciplined, we should be honest, and we should be patriotic. Because one thing I've realized among civil servants or even workers is that we only do it for fun, or because at the end I'll be paid. So what is expected of us to render the services, we are not doing.
Okay.
So until we change our mindset, we would end up following what they've been doing. So as youth, we should be patriotic enough, we should be honest, and we should be disciplined, because most of we the youth are not disciplined. You go to some villages or some towns, in some years to come, we wouldn't be getting children to be educating, because now most of the youth are also into drugs and all those kind of things.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we are learning the other side of people, but we getting opportunity to further our education or to serve people, we must able to play a vital role that will also change the mindset of people, not to also continue what people are doing now, but rather we should be able to bring up, because now we easily get access to more information to learn a lot. So since we are into computer age, we should be able to use the computer more, we should learn more, we should read more, so that we can also bring on board, so that we can bring on board new ideas to build this country.
Do you want to add something?
What was it? What was the question?
You seem lost. More like the fresh, how do we, the youth, bring up new ideas and our new energy to help develop our societies?
We are the innovative people. We are the creative people, okay? And in terms of technological wise, I think we the youth are much inclined, because I still have, or some of our uncles and mothers and fathers out there, when they buy credit, they will still call you for you to load them for them. So in terms of technology, we are much inclined, okay? So bringing all of this on board to help build that nation that we all want, I think it will be superb.
Okay.
So we are rich, or we know much about technology and those things, and looking at young people who are into entrepreneurship and all, very, very brilliant people doing well. Looking at three music guy, what's the name, Baba Sadiq, very young guy, you see that thing. So getting some of these people into leadership or into politics, I think they'll bring this entrepreneurship ideas, this technological ideas, this innovative, this creative ideas on board. And I think we'll have a better nation.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So right now, the youth are doing a whole lot together.
Sure.
Some are schooling, and aside schooling, we are working at the same time. And some are also holding positions just like you. So, Nat, I would ask, how do you balance, using yourself as an example, what strategy do you use to balance your academic responsibilities and then your leadership role as well?
Kukua, there's no strategy for me, and this, I think this is personal. Okay? First of all, you have to know yourself, how you cope with things when it comes to the academics. But combining it, trust me, is not easy.
It's not easy.
Because I'm a communicator, and my brother too is a communicator himself. Sometimes classes will be in section and you'll be on radio to represent your party. You'll be on television to represent your party. By the time that you come back, about 3 or 4 lectures has passed. So how do you get in touch so that you know be behind the class? So you have to understand yourself, you have to know your IQ.
Okay.
But you can't sleep. If you love to sleep, it will be very difficult for you.
Yeah, to combine all of these.
Yes, because there'll be a time early in the morning I'll be placed on the show. Right from there, you have to join the class. And unfortunately, if you enter the class, the lecturer will say quiz. But at the dawn, you were reading news, preparing yourself for the show. You never prepared yourself for that quiz.
For the class,
but as you enter to go and write quiz. So these are all some of the challenges. But as I said earlier, you have to know yourself, you have to know your IQ, you have to know how fast you are when you are learning, so that you'll be able to, and you have to be time conscious. You have to respect time. Procrastination, I will do it, it will not help you. So understand yourself, know your IQ, respect time, break with time to help you. You'll be able to do and have passion and love for the thing that you are doing.
Don't choose one over the other.
Exactly.
Can't afford to.
Because one thing about politics is that if you want to go far, even though my party, we are social democrats, we don't actually look at bookish, or we are not bookish people. We don't look at book. But if you want to go far, you have to add value to yourself. So that when you are at the table for discussing about the national development, you will be able to contribute a lot. So you have to learn.
All right.
Okay? But before you can do that, at the same time doing politics, having positions and all, it's not easy. But as I said earlier, respect time, have passion for the thing that you are doing, and know yourself, how fast you are coping or taking things into the medulla oblongata or the brain.
Okay, so we do want to add something to that.
You have to also know your SWOT, and that is your strength, weakness, opportunities, and then traits. Because me, for instance, I go to work close at 5. You have to attend lectures. So by the time you even get home, around after 9, so by 10 you are home, you are tired. The next day you have to prepare. You have to go on radio, do other stuff. And so if you don't know your SWOT, you will end up leaving or failing your academic. Because even though you are here, you are in school to learn, but at least there should be extra curriculum that will also build you up. So most of the time, as my brother said, you don't need to be procrastinating things, because I used to do those things and I realized it was affecting me, so I need to sit up and then, because for instance today I left home around 6. I have to be attending meetings, doing other stuff. attending to other extra activities as well.
Yeah.
So for instance, by the time you get home, you are really exhausted, and then we are entering into examination week. So if you don't take care, and then you focus, oh, let me postpone it to tomorrow I'll do it, because tomorrow also come with extra activities.
Exactly.
So once you know your strength, weakness, the threats and the opportunities, you are able to balance all these things to be able to climb the academic ladder. If not with that, by the time you realize you are having 1.0 GPA, and you wouldn't be able to do so.
People manage to do
And yes,
that.
and it's good you take leadership role on campus, because
As if you want to be a leader afterwards.
yes,
I mean, it's good to
because
start early.
that is where you will be networking yourself. That is where you'll be building your capacity and everything, because you meet a whole lot of people, you learn a whole lot of things, you have every opportunity. So me, after doing all these things, I also make sure at least I have small fun. Charlie, if weekends I have to go and listen to live band to
play.
yes, to release stress. I have to do all those, because you have to.
From how
Me
he's
for
talking, I can
Yeah,
do
it
that.
is
me for instance, I have to program myself that at any particular time I can travel. So always, I know say when even as at 9 I get a call to go to a different place, I have to go. So in this case, I also make sure say that when I get a little chance, if I should, or I should learn, I should do that, because always, and now learning to has become easier. You can have your notes on your phone, and then carrying your laptops around, and then be reading all those. So you must always see yourself that, or you must know your SWOT, that I'm good at this, I'm weak at this. So let me balance it. Let me build upon the weakness, so that I can make it. If not to be that, by the time you realize it's time for exam, saying you go and sit at the exams, where you will not be able to write
so
anything.
it's more like you knowing what to do at what time. To avoid doing the right thing at the wrong time, or the wrong thing at the right time. Okay, now let's look at challenges. What are some of the key challenges that young individuals face when they are trying to enter into the political arena? Nas?
Kukua, challenges.
Yes.
There are a lot of. Now we all know the political system or the political landscape that we have. Monetary aspect.
And so who you know? Who knows you?
If you are a young person and you want to contest for a portfolio, a political portfolio, you need money.
Yeah.
Okay. You need money, not just small money. Chunk of money, huge sums of money. And I think it's one of the biggest challenge that young people who are into politics or who want to venture into politics face, or you face. Okay, and also sometimes, even though my party, NDC, we have huge platform for young people, that we nurture them, we give them the opportunity to exploit, and you get the best outcome or out from them. But in other cases, sometimes too, they don't have that opportunity, that platform to be mentored, to be trained, to be nurtured, to become the leaders that they want. So I think financial challenges, the platform, where to even start us from, you know. So right now I am 10 president. After school, what is next? I would love to maybe go for a party position. I would need money. I would love to go for maybe community position. I would need money.
Yeah, exactly.
We are having job problems in the country. So how would you get money to even buy food for yourself? How would you get money to campaign, run your campaigns and all? Have you seen it? So financial problem is a very key thing. And sometimes even having the platform, getting people to mentor you is also one of the key challenges in the game. But my party is doing well because we have been able to raise so many young politicians, and we can mention numerous. And I think my brother's party too, they are learning from us. Yeah, they are learning from us. They are learning from us. Because when Professor Mills appointed Honorable 𝐘𝐨𝐿𝐻 𝐷𝐻, we all know what happened in this country. There were so many names I don't want to mention here.
Okay, then let's not go there at all.
So we, NDC has that track record. We have done some before and we are still doing it. Looking at our National Communication Officer, Lawyer Sammy Jemfe, for instance, early 30s, was having this huge portfolio in the party, being the mouthpiece for the party, being the National Communication Officer for the party. You know, if not my place or my party, we don't normally see that, and it's a good thing, and we will commend NDC for doing that, for giving young people the opportunity.
Thank you,
like
NDC.
Myself. Oh, let me like myself to also exploit for me to venture into politics and
in
also.
fact, if you don't control him.
So but
yeah, sure.
we must also commend these people.
So
They are learning from us. It's good that you learn.
Good. I mean, the youth need opportunities.
Yes.
So if one party comes and then they give opportunities to the youth, the others must also do.
But if you look at them,
so Sammy,
all of them, they are above 60 years.
It's okay. That will change very soon. Sammy,
but it's good. It's good they are learning.
Yeah, if he doesn't, he should go and read about Nana Kumia.
Sammy, you know what?
He was the youngest minister. So
that is why I said you are not.
You are learning.
One of the challenges
you are learning
as a leader on campus. I think the problem is now politics is becoming more of monetary issues.
Yes.
So me being a TESCOM president, people think, oh, you being a president, by God's grace, your party is in power.
Yes.
So you have access to
the money.
Yes.
He has it.
And then you'll be there. I remember last semester, around 1 a.m., somebody called me, a TESCOM member, that, oh, Mr. President, I've been admitted at the hospital, so please, I need such amount of money too. And in fact, I have to, at that moment, the person is at the hospital. And of course, I saw she took a picture of herself and then sent to me. So I have to, as soon as possible, even if I don't have, whatever I have to do to support, I have to do. 2 days ago, somebody called me, Mr. President, we are coming to write exams. My school fees is left with such amounts. And some of these things. So as talking to you now, I wish I have even hand over my administration, because sometimes
so that's how it piles up, and then when you get to a higher level, they tend to want to get more of the money to their side.
So we have to.
But he has money, so if they are asking, what you have the money.
Nah.
Yeah, you are rich guys.
Go reach your turn.
You leave him. So we have to.
So let them chop.
We have to address that. We are all students. I remember at the beginning of this academic year, I was on Sankofa Radio and somebody called me. Mr. President, now, she even told me she's at the station now, reporting back to school. And when she got to the station, there's an increment in fare. So if I don't, so I said, will be somebody coming from the house, not that you are even from school going to the house. So sometimes it becomes a very difficult burden on us.
But you are rich. That's a fact.
It becomes a very difficult burden on you being because you are also a student, and you also depend on your parents. So other people bring a burden on you to sometimes become sack people or do not develop the interest of you even wishing to move forward in youth leadership. So
Okay.
I think we should change that notion and let us see ourselves to be students. Once once you have the support, fine. But if you ask and the person doesn't have, it shouldn't be a way of, oh, say we or no one. I'll see your mom is when you more they know. So these are some of the challenges that we normally face on campus.
Okay.
Because you being a student, because most of us are taking care of ourselves. We are paying our school fees and all those things, because you know where you are coming from, so you have to also cut your code according to your side.
Okay.
So when it becomes of more your people are reporting, you said you are going to serve them. So,
so you need to
once
serve
they
them
bring
and
it
serve
up,
them right.
yes, and even if you don't have, you have to find a nice way of addressing those
to them.
issues.
He has money. I don't know why this is a challenge.
With the current political climate, okay, do you believe that students are more or less motivated to actively partake in these political activities? And why would you say if yes or no?
Yeah, Kukwa, yes.
Okay.
You know, if you can see, it's obvious that nowadays young people are showing much interest in politics. Okay, I'll speak from our side or from my party, NDC. When we opened for the nomination for our parliamentary primaries, we saw so many young professionals from the entertainment, looking at John Dumelo, Fred Nyama, Oba Sadiq, young lawyers, young doctors, about 50 of them coming to contest for parliamentary candidate position. Have you seen it? Looking at our political or national leadership front, look, our national vice chair is in his early 30s.
Okay.
Honorable Suleiman, the Abanga's
Abanga's
brother. National vice chairman for NDC is in his early 30s. It tells you something, that now politics is not for the aged people. We too, we have to get involved, help build the nation that we want. Have you seen it? So politics has become interested. Young people are showing up, and it's good, and I will motivate that we all get involved. Now, if you go to parliament now, you can see young faces there. Young faces, especially at our side. Young people. Have you seen it? So it's good. It's good. It's good, and young people are showing up. And we too, we are part of the numbers. Myself and my brother here.
You're part,
Yes, because my brother too is a member of the communication team for his party. And we mostly, or we sometimes meet in studio, then we deliberate on issues and all. So young people are showing up. People are showing up. And as I said earlier, I'm looking forward to see somebody who is in his early 40s to be president of Ghana. And I know we are going to have one very soon.
We hope once we get it, everything is going to change. I mean,
very soon you hear not for president. Amen.
Amen. Let me advise you.
Sure.
Now, Sammy.
Yes.
Let's take this one. Oh, you want to add something to what he said before? Oh, you can.
Yes. Most people are now, or the youth are venturing into politics. Let me comment my government, because especially you hear of scholarship that are being awarded to the youth, and of course people are getting more opportunity to
Nat, I'm not looking at you.
Youth are getting more opportunity to further their education and all those things. So you see
Nat, please, Nat, we are not doing.
His government is giving young people scholarship.
We are not doing.
Why shouldn't we be happy? But you and I know that it's not true. But we are not here for that.
He should go and read the news.
We are not here for
last
that.
We will
week,
read the news.
just yesterday.
Now you want to tell us that we don't
Fund,
read? Have you seen it?
Get
Yeah,
Fund
Had
had awarded for over
But
4,000.
who brought Get Fund?
Yesterday.
We don't want to go there. We don't want to go there. Just focus and let
When you were
us
talking
talk about
don't let us
young
go.
people in the leadership and don't bring such things here.
Okay,
Please,
then.
I beg you.
Okay then. In order for us not to go there.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not
Let's-
going there. I'm not
Okay,
going
so
there.
Sammy, then let's look at the initiatives or the programs that have been put in place to empower and support young people who wants to get into leadership positions and pick up in politics.
Yes, before I got to where I am now, I was mentored.
Okay.
Yes, because I have to study, and in fact, as a young person, I was able to humble myself to learn because, and as a youth, if you want to be resourceful or be relevant in politics, you must always avail yourself to those that you are learning from or your mentees, so that always they can count on you. Because I remember last 2 weeks, one of my bosses was calling me and he wasn't reaching me, and he sent a message. He said, "Young man, if you want to be relevant in politics, you must always avail yourself." And let me chip in this. I remember first year in 2018, one guy, because I knew where I was coming from, so I have to serve my mentors, so that me being a mentee, I can be more relevant and I can achieve what I want. So, and he was saying that, oh, for him, he won't do that. His father has built me a house, and blah, blah. I said, okay, my father hasn't built one for me, so I have to serve those people. And I can say on authority, on where we school TFA, but he's no more relevant in the system. Yes. But because I was able to humble myself and learn, at least I haven't achieved what I want, but at least from one step to the other. So one thing I'll tell my other youth who wants to venture into politics or who want to take a leadership role, make sure you get good mentees. Okay. And it's not about always asking for money. Today my phone is poor, I need money to know. Always avail yourself to serve with humility, because if you don't do that, nobody will be ready to mentor you. Okay. But when you avail yourself, you'll be relevant to them, and whatever support that they need to give you, they will be able to give to you. So for instance, me leaving office as TESCOM by next week or so, I will leave or I'll hand over. So at least once I also learned, for me to get to where I am now, at least people have also learned from us, and then once we are also going into the mainstream to take active politics, we'll be able to leave people behind who'll be able to also take their mantle, and then one day we'll also be there, I train this person, I train this person. So it's good. They must serve with humility. They must always avail themselves to their mentors, and then they will be relevant in the system. Okay,
we'll be done in a few minutes, but now, before then, looking ahead, how do you envision the role of youth leadership evolving in politics and in national development in the next decade?
We are looking forward to see fully participation of youth, young people in politics, taking up basically every portfolio in our political landscape. Okay. And as I said earlier, that I'm looking forward to see a very young president. Yes. A very young president this time around, because we have tried so many aged people. Now our president is over 70 years, and look at what we are all seeing. So we have to try somebody who comes from our
fresh
generation, who will represent us, who understand us very well. So we are looking forward for fully participation of young people into politics, and yes, that's my expectation for now.
As a youth, we shouldn't see politics to be a dirty game.
Okay.
Yeah, and we should tell ourselves that we can do it. Once me coming from that village have been able to make it, have been able to get to where I want to go, or I'm on my way getting to where I want to be in the future. We should also tell ourselves that once this person have done it, I can also do it. Yes, because I believe if we learn the positive side out of it and we realize our mistakes that our leaders are making or have done in the past, we having a lot of tools to have access to information. Yes, we can learn from the developing world to also what as you develop our country. So I believe in we can also take that role, make the positive impact on the society to build our country.
Okay. So is that your final advice, or you do something? Your advice to people who want to take a position? Yes, I would let you talk.
I'll tell my youth out there not to perceive that politics is an evil game, as I've said earlier on. Yes, we can make an impact, because before I came to school, my church, some of my church members assumed that politics is a dirty game, so we, as a Christian, you are not to venture into it. That is not so, because there are a lot of benefits out there, and we can also make an impact. At least, as I'm sitting here now, at least there have been 1 or 2, 3 or 4 people that have been able to help to secure jobs and other things. That is an impact that I have also made. At least such people can also, in the near future, through this person, I've gotten to where I am now. So I believe in they should also take their mantle. They should step forward and learn the positive aspect of politics. Whilst you are a leader, serve your people with humility. Anytime they call on you, even if you don't have the resource to give to them, just avail yourself to your people. And I believe we can make an impact in society.
Well noted, Mr. President.
Kukua, my party, NDC, has a platform, a youth platform for young people to mentor people. As I said, when you asked about 𝐾𝐨𝐿, that 𝐾𝐨𝐿 is the intellectual wing for the party. It is the black boss, and our focus is to mentor, train, nurture people who aspire to be leaders, not only on political lines. So if you want to be a leader, if you have interest in leadership, and you are a student in any tertiary institution in Ghana, look for 𝐾𝐨𝐿, then join, because it's a platform for
campaigning
you.
For
it's a platform for you to learn, to groom yourself to be that leader that you aspire or you want to be.
Now, so my final advice
is very simple. Politics simply means building a nation. So if you are a young person and you have interest in building a nation, making Ghana the better place, building Ghana to be that Ghana that we all aspire to see, then venture into politics. Don't venture having this perception in your mind that you are going to amass wealth to yourself. But you are going to change a certain narrative. You are going to impact positively. You are going to solve that no bed syndrome disease that each and every person get it for free at the hospital if you visit. You are going to change that narrative that 1 million people sit or sleep on the floor to learn in this country. So I will encourage each and everyone to venture with positive mind. Having this country at heart to change things, to build Ghana, or to make Ghana a better place for all of us. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. This is a question that I ask all my guests. It's about the sustainable development goals. So which aspects of the SDGs are your activities impacting natural community?
It's education. Personally, I'm a co-founder for READ Foundation. READ Foundation is Rural Education and Development. Our focus is to look for these young brothers and sisters at the remote areas who lack basic amenities, which is making education something which is there for them. So we'll be supporting them and been doing that. So
All right.
we are focusing on education. As we all know, education is the key, not to only we as a people, but to the nation at large.
Okay.
Okay. So
Thank
we
you.
are doing what we can, our small bit in the educational area, at remote areas, rural areas.
Okay.
So that's what Read Foundation we are doing.
Okay. All right, Sammy.
I work in an NGO, which that is DRA, Development Responses Associates, also providing building capacity programs and then social amenities like access to good drinking water. Apart from the educational aspect, we also provide services like drinking water. While some community, we know some community lack access to good drinking water, so we also provide that service. And then having mentorship programs and then capacity program to build, especially in the rural areas. So at least not at all getting to the tertiary, at least you should be able to have access to the basic education. So we also provide that.
All right. Thank you so much. And that was Samuel Kaku Agovi, the TESCON president for CTU chapter, and Nat Ando, 10th president and member, and NDC communications team member, yes, Takade Technical University. Thank you so much, Your Excellencies, for joining us on the Youth Avenue tonight. We are so honored. Thank you so much. And as you are saying, we hope to see you up there in the near future.
Amen.
Chasing the positive ones and not just the money, please. Let's hit on the impacts. Let's hit on the impacts more. And as you are moving, move along with the people that you are with. Thank you so much. This is the Youth Avenue, and this brings us to the end of tonight's session. Thank you so much, lovely viewers, for staying with us from the beginning till now. And please, follow us on all our social media platforms at Watch TV channel if you are not following us yet, and subscribe to our YouTube page as well. This program is also sponsored by the Center for Volunteerism and Social Transformation, CENVAST. And so for all your individual or voluntary activities, contact CENVAST at info@cenvast.org, or follow us on all our social media platforms, that is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at CENVAST. Thank you so much. My name is 𝐘𝐨𝐮𝐭𝐡, your gorgeous host. Until same time next week, stay blessed and stay beautiful. Have a good one.
Watch TV, promoting sustainable development.